Well, we've been following this story pretty closely, the firing of Victoria Alonso, and now we've got another update, this time from Alonso, and it appears that she thinks Disney has made a poor decision. Let's break it down. Well, we finally have a couple more details about what led to the firing of physical, post-production, VFX, and animation at Marvel, Victoria Alonso. As many of you know, she was ousted after almost 17 years with the company, and this has been a major shakeup with Marvel Studios. Now, over the last couple of days, we've heard from numerous trades that she was allegedly fairly difficult to work with, but ultimately the reason for her firing was much more simple. Now, this came from Deadline, and apparently it boiled down to a breach of contract when she produced the Oscar-nominated documentary Argentina 1985. Now, issues first arose with Alonso when she took aim at Florida's fairly divisive parental rights in education, which is commonly called Don't Say Gay. Now, she was told at the time that she actually could no longer do interviews, and the disagreement her lawyer has described as reprehensible even went down with an unnamed studio executive. Now, apparently, despite her being a condition in her contract, which meant that Alonso wasn't allowed to work for any other studios, she still chose to produce the aforementioned documentary. And Marvel even tried to do her a solid and redrafted her contract due to the years she had served at Marvel as long as she did not promote it, and then eventually she did. Now we've actually heard from her lawyer, Patty Glazer, who has issued the following statement. In her statement, she said, "The idea that Victoria was fired over a handful of press interviews relating to a personal passion project about human rights and democracy that was nominated for an Oscar and which she got Disney's blessing to work on is absolutely ridiculous." Victoria, a gay Latina who had the courage to criticize Disney, was silenced. Then she was terminated when she refused to do something she believed was reprehensible. Disney and Marvel made a really poor decision that will have serious consequences. There's a lot more to the story, and Victoria will be telling it shortly, in one form or another. Now, Disney's lawyers didn't take too long to fire back, issuing their own counterstatement that said it's unfortunate that Victoria is sharing a narrative that leaves out several key factors concerning her departure, including an indisputable breach of contract and a direct violation of company policy. Now, I have to say, it's nice to get an other side of this story, but it really does appear that she did indeed breach her contract. Now, I am very, very interested in what her lawyer is talking about here and what reprehensible request was thrown her way. Obviously, executives at companies ask people to do stuff all the time they're uncomfortable with, and we want to get all the full details before we make any judgments. That's just how we do things here. Obviously, some more details are going to come out about the story, and I think it's going to be pretty interesting, so we will bring them to you as soon as they drop. Stay tuned.